Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the third episode of the second season of Hamefura. And last episode, we actually got to see Katarina's acting chops and also her ability to ad-lib and really leveraging that experience with the Otomega to be able to do that, be able to break out those amazing lines and just blow the minds of everyone. And overall, I'd say the play went really well. It was just pretty positive, but then we kind of ended off the episode on a not so positive note because Katarina kind of got like kidnapped or something, just knockout treatment. I assume kidnapping, but really don't know. Like, there's not a lot of context to go with that. So, but this episode, we're gonna see one way or the other kind of what comes of that. So, let's jump on in and check it out. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. We got Georgie over here. Okay, so a little bit of time has passed. People are seeming to be aware of it now. Katarina? Or is it like a ransom note, or... Don't leave me in suspense, man. Tell me what it says. Okay, at least we get to see where I was captured. That's the name of... Okay. That's the name of the episode. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst place to wake up a guy after a kidnapping. It's definitely a worse places. Okay. I mean, she seems nice enough. Yobista, even though we just met. Yeah, we can't really replace our wonderful maid. I mean, at least she's being polite about it. Still don't really know the circumstances. He looks kind of familiar. I mean, this is pretty much what I was expecting, but... Okay. Okay. What exactly is the play here? Like, what's the, like, why? I mean, that's reassuring, but why did you capture me to begin with? She figured it out. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But it doesn't seem like ransom money is what we're after, I don't think. Ouch. Ouch. I don't think she would say that. I promise we won't farm anymore. Negotiate it down. I really don't think ransom money is a factor. I think it's more complicated than that. I mean, stereotypically, but not this time. I'm glad we're at least asking the question, though. But I kind of wanted answers. Okay, that is not good. That's not like dark magic, is it? That whatever he just did. I mean, the eyes look kind of dead. I would like you to let me go. I don't know why I'm surprised. What else would you possibly ask for? This is the most pampered kidnapping I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't seem too bothered by it. Meanwhile, people that are worried about her. Yeah, we never actually did follow up on that. Okay. That's what it's about. Right. It's all very political. Evil smirk. Meanwhile. Yeah. You know, usually people are when they're kidnapped. Did you forget you were kidnapped? You are such a weirdo, Katarina. She laughing. I mean... yeah, the rumors, they do not lie. I'm sure how much of a weirdo she is spreads all over these royal types. Oh. Yeah, she's usually surrounded by a bunch of people because everyone loves her, so... Probably pretty lonely by herself. Did you forget you were kidnapped? Ooh, wine. Only the finest for our kidnapped victim. It's just, yeah, he's not gonna completely get it. It's a very stereotypical butler kind of name, you know, but it probably wouldn't be a thing here. Yeah, she's clearly very strong-willed. Starting to like this girl. Yeah. I mean, there's clearly no malice there, but... nah. This really is a lot more than a typical kidnap victim could expect, so... You're a political tool. And he is just not gonna let her do it. I didn't get that impression. Yeah, there's the eyes. It definitely does look like darkness, which is why I thought maybe it could be dark magic, which was introduced as a pretty big concept in Season 1. Yeah, it's for some reason she always acts so weird when she's about to tell me important information. It's crazy how that works. Such a coincidence. Pekin? Is that Mary? Yeah. She'd obviously be pretty worried too. Yeah, I didn't get that impression either. I mean, no one in her harem's gonna be happy right now. They're all gonna be pretty worried. Oh yeah, I often forget that. Since you both like someone else, the same person. Uh, I mean, it happens sometimes. So, how is she gonna respond? Why so serious? I think everyone does. Right. I mean, there's someone very specific she's after, so. Yeah, I also like someone else. It's funny because it's the same person. That's really what makes us 10 times better. Yeah, mostly just a way to keep other potential people away, if nothing else. Yeah, so pretty much just like on paper sort of thing. Which, I mean, that's kind of what it's been like for a while, I'm pretty sure. Just kind of made it official there. I don't even know when that took place, so. Back to the kidnapper's lair. Yeah, you should probably be concerned about this. Oh, a night visit. Oh, oh. Uh, uh, she was sleeping like a log. And now there's nobody to interfere this time, so. Okay. Right. So more or less what we were told through the letter. Well, I'm still getting these new names memorized, but yeah, so that one was Jeffrey, that one was Ian. So I'm trying to help. I I think you might be underestimating how much he cares about you. But we have our dense protagonist over here, so. That is not really not the case at all, but oh wow. So we're gonna have our strategy meeting? That is a big question. I mean, let's say that for plan B. Yeah, that might give her more sweets. Occasionally. No. You are a scary one, Murray. Just like last year. Meaning just like last season. Yeah, but I mean, there's other people that can use dark magic. I mean, there's always gonna be people that can use some forbidden taboo thing. Right. Glad to have you on part of the team. Might be enough left. Remind me never to piss off Mary. Okay, I was not expecting that. You want to help too? Oh man, those tears. What basis are you daijobuing us on? Okay. What do you mean exactly? I don't quite get what you're trying to say. But, I mean, she is pretty fine right now. That is true. Have a little sleepover over here. Just a bit. I mean, she might like him too. She's like, have you seen us before? She's pretty great. Man, she's learning all sorts of things today. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. I still think kidnapping is not the best way to go about it. But at least your heart's in the right place, I guess. Oh, wow. Oh. Well, yeah, but she still did a crime, I mean. Right. She's so tiny. My god, she's adorable. Was it really that funny? Okay. Okay, well, that's something. You don't seem too enthused. But was like a mostly one-sided kind of thing? Because he doesn't seem really too into you. Uh, uh, nah, that's gotta hurt. Definitely makes sense why she's so desperate to prove useful. Maybe, yeah, you guys could be friends. I mean, I have no basis to say one way or the other, actually. That might be a good place to start. Ask him his feelings, that's just crazy. The only thing that really matters is his opinion, I mean. Yeah, maybe that's just how he always looks. Definitely. Has Ian even been in the episode beyond flashbacks? Yeah, her magic is nothing to write home about. Yeah. Be careful, you might get another hair member here. Because other people being engaged hadn't stopped them from joining the harem, so why would it stop her? And there we go. The friendship begins. She really is quite short, though. Our friendship that began with a kidnapping. Yeah, I mean, aside from the kidnapping itself, you know, nothing bad was done to her. Getting flashbacks to a certain red-haired boy. I really do like her dress, it is quite cute. Is something gonna be beyond that door? Yep, pretty much what I expected. Using that dark magic. Yeah, he's definitely a bad guy if there was any doubt. Okay, now we could definitely use some rescuing help. And credits, yeah. That's where you'd roll the credits. I mean, he was quite clearly the real bad guy here. I mean, there was never any question on that. Always looking so suspicious and very clearly manipulating Senna. What was her name? They said her name so many times, I should remember her name. Something like that. Also, those lilies I just noticed. Yeah, this episode made it very clear that I need to get names remembered of the new characters. Still a rockin' ED. Anything left, or just... Okay, literally nothing left, right? Okay, well, that was the third episode of the second season of Hamefura, and this episode, it was kidnapping in the episode. I mean, we pretty much knew that's what happened at the end of the last episode, and we could kind of assume it was connected to some of the people that were introduced, you know, recently. Right, the other Prince brothers and stuff. Like, I knew it was somehow tied into that, like, because nobody else had really been introduced that could be a driving force in the plot, right? So it had to be one of them. So it was. Oh, I didn't quite figure it would be the girl for the reasons that it was. Like, that surprised me a bit. But yeah, eventually we got our her motivation. Basically, she wants to be helpful to the prince, and this is how she decided to do it, I guess, probably thanks to a certain manipulative butler that's just like using dark magic on her, that's trying to just kind of ruin everything, right? Like, so that's something we're going to deal with more next episode. But this episode, yeah, the kidnapping was very atypical. Like, just she's just being treated like a guest more than, I mean, it was, I guess the best way to describe her would be an involuntary guest, right? It's, I mean, technically legally kidnapping, but involuntary guest gets the nuance of the situation across better, for sure, because she's like, what do you need? Here's the maid, she'll get you whatever you need. Here's some sweets, here's a nice novel, here's your comfy bed, you know, come to our dinner table, like basically guest treatment with the addition of you're not allowed to leave, right? So involuntary guest, I think, is the best way to put that. But yeah, the running joke of just like how chill she was about it, like forgetting she was even kidnapped, just having a good time. That was pretty funny. It's just so in line with her character. I always enjoy people being like, so, Katarina, you're definitely like the stories, like the rumors said, because she is such a weirdo amongst these noble types, because she's technically not a noble type. She just inhabits one's body. So that's how that is. And it's always pretty fun to see. Pretty great to see. And naturally, everyone else is pretty worried about her. They don't know that she's being treated pretty well, so they're probably imagining the worst, like being in a literal jail cell, being given moldy bread and water twice a day for meals, just sleeping on the hard ground, just nothing but a bucket instead of a toilet. Like, that's probably kind of the treatment they're imagining, but it's not quite like that. But even if they did know that, they still, you know, gonna do their best to get her back, regardless, because she's still kidnapped. I am glad that eventually we were able to get across to her the situation, because he just kept, you know, Selena, that's what it is. Okay, Selena. I knew it was something with an S. Yeah, Selena. He kept trying to stop her from telling her what's going on, but she eventually did, and that's when we got our full story about her backstory, her motivations, and all that. But we know who's really pulling the strings here, so, well, somebody could be pulling his strings too, but there's a lot of strings being pulled, I guess is the point. But it was nice, though, that they were able to become friends. Like, there was some real bonding going on there, some relating to each other, some encouragement, some hand-holding. It was great. I did enjoy all that stuff quite a bit. It is nice because she obviously came across as a really good girl. So, you know, a quick kidnapping attempt it's going to take more than that for Katarina to not want to be friends with you. Like, that's just how it is. So, hopefully she does get that chance to talk to Ian, because that was the biggest thing. Like, she never actually asked him how he feels. She makes a lot of assumptions based on what other people say, you know, how he acts. But unless you actually talk to someone, you're not going to get a good read on what they're, you know, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. Right? Which is one of those things that's obvious when somebody tells you it, but it's not always obvious before that. It's one of those kind of things. But she's just so short, whereas Katarina just tall, maybe both. But yeah, but Butler is quite a bad man. When I first saw him, I actually thought he was Jeffrey, I think his name is. That's what I thought he was before, but no, I don't think he is. I mean, all these nobles, they look the same. You know, fancy suits, tall Bishonen guys or whatever. But the circle of friends is definitely working hard to get her back, though, so I do have high hopes that they'll be able to succeed in that, because we had completed our strategy meeting. We even had our red-haired boy get in there, so I'm sure we can get it figured out next episode. Sure we'll get things resolved soon enough. But it definitely does hurt seeing those tears from Mary and whatnot. But because last season they already had a bit of a scare with Katarina when she was like put to sleep or whatever, so they're kind of having to go through this sort of thing again with her, so kind of probably dredging up some old wounds in that regard. But just like back then, we worked things out. I'm sure we'll work out things again. But yeah, much more than season 1, we actually are getting into more political intrigue kind of stuff, which is interesting, because that was really not much of a thing last season. I mean, beyond just some engagements and stuff like that. But it was mostly just about avoiding the bad end. But I guess now that we've avoided the bad ends, we are getting some new ones in the field of politics, which definitely has its fair share of bad ends, I would imagine. But that's really all I got to say on the episode. Hopefully things improve next episode as far as the overall situation goes. But for now, that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, I do hope you click that like button and support me on Patreon. Maybe leave a comment, maybe watch some more of my videos. But bye-bye.